Oh, this means war. Right. The electric start-only XLH has killed another starter motor. There it is. Spinning around for no bleeding reason, and now it strips some sodding teeth because... Right. It's had 3. It's not having a 4th. You're not getting a 4th. These things are like, well, they're 150 quid for a good one from, say, Hog Parts. And one of those extra power thingies, 15% more, all that sort of thing. 150 quid for one of those. 90 quid for the Chinese ones, the Y ones. It's had both. It's had Prestolite. It's had a combination of bits from both. And it's had 2 solenoids. It's had 3 batteries. I am sick to sodding death of this electric start crap. Now, luckily, these things, the engines, the castings, the frames are exactly the same as Kickstart ones. So what you've got is, that is the Kickstart hole, and that's blanked off. Now, I'm not about to be clever and drill it out and try and put a bush in it or anything like that. I've ordered one that's got a Kickstart hole. Okay, so that's a good start. No pun intended. In here, here's the little plate that protects the brake arm from the chain. Okay, see if we can get a good look. Right. What you're looking at, the big bolt there is the swing arm pivot. And you're looking at the hole, roughly in the centre of the screen now. That's a hole in the frame, and beyond it you can see the back of the primary. No, you can see the back of the gearbox, actually. Yeah, you can see the back of the gearbox. And there's a little metal stud, blanking stud in there that you can undo from inside the gearbox. So that means the Kickstart shaft can go all the way through into the gearbox, and behind the clutch you put a load of gears. as much as I can tell you. So they've got to go in there, but I can do it with this clutch, this casing here, all this business. Hang on, get some light on it. All this gubbins here can go, this shaft, and obviously the starter motor can go, and this bit here can go, the solenoid, and I'm going to put, that's where the starter motor, where I'm shining at the moment, that's where the starter motor fits on. I'll make a blanking plate and a gasket and bolt that over there, take this off, make a blanking plate and a gasket. That's going to be the least of the worries, really. I'm going to keep the old electric start casing on it. The idea being, at some point, I probably will get another starter motor and put it back together, just so that I've got both, and so it looks all nice and complete. But here's the thing. I've never liked the fact that it's electric start only. Never. I'm really excited about the fact this thing's going to be off the road for a couple of months while I dick about with it, because it's going to end up with a Kickstart. I've had a load of bikes since the 80s, and the only thing I've ever had that had electric start was a GS550, a 1977 GS550. I had that in the late 80s. It ran on unleaded as well, quite a good bike. But that unleaded had just come in, you see, in Britain, and every time I parked up to fill it up, they'd lock the pumps and they'd say, "Are you sure you need unleaded?" And I go, "Yes, fine, but the motorcycle's ancient." 10 years old was ancient in the 80s. Right, point is, I'm getting off the... I've just realised I'm going off on a tangent. That had electric start, but it also had a Kickstart. And I used the Kickstart all the time because it started first kick. It was great. Why did I ever get rid of my GS550? I like to think that my GS550 lives on, because there's a GS1000 forks on the front, so there's still Suzuki. It's a Harley-Zuki. I call it the Pearl Harbor Special. Well, the important thing about it is I've never had a bike without a Kickstart, and this doesn't have a Kickstart, and it just feels wrong. I would say that a motorcycle, well, an old motorcycle, this kind of thing, an air-cooled twin with a carburetor, without a carburetor, a motorcycle without a Kickstart is like a dog without a cock, i.e. a bitch. Cheery bye.